Hello and welcome to League Teams. Let me introduce our panel for today. Tony Shaw.
Dermot.
David Parkin.
Derm.
And Big Barry Hall on the end.
G'day, Derm. How are you?
Hey, Baz. How are you? Boys, as we know, it's the biggest week in footy as the eyes of the country turn to the MCG and the AFL Grand Final. And, of course, all of those eyes will be on a surprise inclusion which Fox Footy exclusively unveiled earlier this week. Let's look back on how they broke the news.
Hello, I'm Nerily Meadows. To breaking news, and there's been a grand final team shake-up. It's that one day in September that every footy fan can't wait to see and every player hopes to play in. And for one player, that dream is set to become a reality.
And as usual, Gerard and Robbo were all over it on AFL 360.
I'm Gerard Whateley, he's Mark Robinson, this is AFL 360 and that is footy from all angles. So the AFL Grand Final, it dominates discussions at the moment, but the agenda is set by the shock inclusion, the remarkable story of an unknown player who's come into the favourite to take the Premiership Cup home.
That's right, Gerard. I suppose the front page of the Herald Sun says it all. There it is there. What a story.
You wrote this story, Robbo, and to read it was to think of a player completely unknown until this moment who set out onto the MCG. And I wouldn't normally say this, but the fate of the grand final is in this player's hands.
That's putting pressure on this kid, Gerard, but how exciting is it going to be?
Yeah, it sure is the biggest game in the AFL calendar, the grand final at the MCG as per usual. Now, guys, let's have a look at the last-minute inclusion for this grand final as they come out the front here. And it's a pretty big call, Shorey.
It is. It's a massive call, matter of fact. But grand final day, you know, anything can happen on grand final day. We know that, Dermot. And I look at the stats of this rookie, and I think he's got what it takes to really fire up on the day. One thing about it, he's had an interrupted preparation. He might just run out of steam to see how it goes through the whole game, Paco.
I disagree, Shorey. I reckon he's got a good motor. He's been dominating in the reserve grade for quite a while now, so he's certainly earned his spot. He's going to have an impact going forward. I reckon he's a real good inclusion. I've never seen a guy with such good goal-kicking accuracy. I think that separates good forwards from great forwards. He's going to have a real impact, Paco.
I agree with Barry. I think the boy has the capacity to ultimately change the outcome of the game. In fact, he's that good, I reckon he might even be a nomination for the medal, for the Norm Smith medal.
Oh, big call, big talk here from the panel. I do agree with you. Having a look at what we have seen presented here, this young fella's coming on the biggest moment in footy, the biggest stage he will be wheeled out. And let's remember, there have only been 5 people debut in a grand final. Now, 3 of those 5 debutants have gone on to be premiership winners. So will it happen again this weekend? We'll find out very, very soon.
This has been a Fox Footy production for Fox Sports.